I really run a conversation-driven copywriting business. What I do is I have interesting conversations. I talk to people about their story, and then get hold of the transcript and use that transcript, use their words to create compelling marketing. The hard part of this process has always been getting a good quality transcript. There's a lot of legwork in that. In the early days, I used to transcribe manually. That takes quite a long time. The automated transcription options have slowly been getting better, but it's still been quite time consuming. I wanted to show you around Castmagic. So the December Story Selling Lab Insight webinar is going to our insight topic is leveraging audio with Castmagic. Castmagic is an AI tool. It is a paid tool, but I have ditched all my other AI transcription services in favor of this one, and I wanted to give you a look around and explain why. Basically, what you do is you upload your video, your audio. It could be a podcast episode, it could be a video that you did, it could be a conversation that you had with a business partner, it could be something that you dictated into your phone. If you find it easier to talk than write, this could completely change how you write, how you produce copy for your business. So you upload the audio. Castmagic will then process the audio. It will run the audio through ChatGPT-4. It will generate a transcript. When you upload the audio, you can provide some prompt guidance in terms of terminology, words that have been used, just to kind of improve the quality of the transcript. I found so far that the quality of the transcript is a notable step up from other services that I've used. Before this, I was using Otter.ai, which was pretty good, but the quality of the transcript was nowhere near as good as this. So, you can go through this. Something I do is I'll come in and I'll do a find and replace on any colloquialisms. So if there's things like kind of or sort of, I'll do a find and replace to remove kind of, because you don't need that in the transcript. You can also edit the transcript here as well. So this is what I've been using for my podcast episodes. The real magic in this, though, is the AI content. So Castmagic will then look at the transcript, and then based on a series of prompts, which are completely customizable, I've got this workspace set up for podcasting. It will give you a series of options for your podcast episodes. It will extract some keywords, some things we've discussed. It will give you an example speaker bio, an example audio script, a time-stamped overview. I found this to be very useful. This has been an immediate time save for getting the page where the podcast episode is hosted live. It will spit out key topics and discussion points. Something I found really helpful with this is the clip finder. It's extracting quotes, things people have said. Again, if I'm going to use this, if I'm going to drip these onto LinkedIn or use this to promote with the episode, again, this finds quotes instantly. You can also modify this to say, find me longer quotes, shorter quotes, or find quotes about a specific topic. So you can enter a custom modification. Just jumping down, I wanted to show you a few custom ones that I've created. So I've created a custom prompt to say, well, tell me what the top 3 action points are. Matt talks on the episode about investing in the right microphone, optimizing your editing workflow, and considering outsourcing. This could become the basis of an email. It could become the basis of a LinkedIn post. I've also asked it to draft a 400-word email, including this, and this. I'm not using this at the moment. This has all the hallmarks of ChatGPT. Hey, story sellers, we've got an episode that's going to fine-tune your ears and elevate your podcast game. That isn't my voice, so yeah, I've got some work to do on that front. But I've been really impressed with this on the whole. Another thing I've been doing. So I've also been playing around with feeding in audio interviews that I've conducted with clients to explore their story. Because then what I'm wanting to do is identify, if I talk to a client for 2 hours, 3 hours, what are all the stories we've discussed? and I need to get those sections of the transcript and extract them and tidy them up. This used to take a long time. It's very efficient in Castmagic. So I just wanted to show you one that I've run recently with a client. And I've asked Castmagic to extract a list of all the stories discussed in the recording. And it's pulled out 9 different stories. This is quite interesting. So I did this retrospectively. I actually went through the audio manually first and pulled out, well, I've got 14 records. So yeah, I've got slightly more stories in my manual version, but actually when I look at which ones are key stories, there's a strong degree of overlap between the key stories that I've marked as being important here and the stories that Castmagic has identified here. The next thing I asked Castmagic to do was to say, well, okay, this is story 1. Please just provide me with the raw transcript of this section and do a minor editing job. So I've had to go through a few revisions of the prompt because the first time I ran it, it kind of just commented on that section of the conversation. I was like, no, I just want the raw audio and I want you to do a minor editing job. So you know, as is the case with ChatGPT, you have to be very specific about what you want. But then what I've ended up with is this, and I think this is really good. This is, you know, pretty close to what I would be looking to then add into my Airtable document as my kind of in my copy arsenal. But then, you know, this is the raw material for saying if I'm going to use this story in an email or in part of a book chapter or however it comes about, I can then use this as the raw material to then massage into an email. So I think this is a big time save. This is the topic of tomorrow's Insight webinar. I've only really scratched the surface of this. You know, we've got community prompts, we've got prompts that other people have created. I haven't talked about the pages function yet. There's also all sorts of things. There's all sorts of rabbit holes to go down tomorrow. So I hope you can join me. Storyselling.biz/lab. Sign up as a member. If you don't think it's worth your while, let me know within 14 days and I'll refund your money. Hope to see you at lunchtime on Thursday.